I greet the national officials and members of the ANC National Executive Committee, the leadership of COSATU, the SACP and SANCO. I also extend my greetings to representatives of the ANC and leadership of the ANC Veterans League, the ANC Women's League, the ANC Youth League, and representatives and leaders of Umkhonto weSizwe Liberation War veterans. I also extend greetings to the veterans and stalwarts of our movement, and also would like to thank representatives of fraternal movements and political parties who are here present. Earlier this morning, I spoke to President Emmerson Mnangagwa, the president of ZANU-PF, who asked me to extend his greetings and congratulations to the African National Congress on the day of our anniversary.
Well, there you see it for yourself, folks. A party that is as popular as a heart attack or an STI. Really not a popular party anymore. The African National Congress is on the descent, and people in the party continue to delude themselves that the party's popular, that they're renewing themselves, that they have some sort of mission to improve South Africa. Yet all they've done is destroy South Africa. It's a tragedy of epic proportions, and shows once again that almost every liberation movement fails as a ruling party. They can't make the transition from their rhetoric and their violence of their liberation struggle to one of democratic governance and morality. That seems to be lacking in great measure with the African National Congress. And you saw from these scenes, this stadium, Moruleng Stadium, which is north of Rustenburg, why did they go to Royal Bafokeng? I'll tell you why. Royal Bafokeng holds a lot more people. I think it's like 40,000 people or something like that, 40,000 people at Royal Bafokeng. This stadium holds just 20,000, and they couldn't draw flies. Now, to be fair, it's summertime. It was very hot in Northwest Province. But this is the ANC's celebration, its annual celebration, celebrating 114 years since the organization was founded in the 20th century. Yet they can't draw flies. Nobody wanted to go to this event. Now, the excuse was the heat. Another excuse was, well, the traffic was backed up for miles. Well, why didn't you go to Royal Bafokeng? Royal Bafokeng has multiple ways to get into it. Off of the motorway, from in Rustenburg, from Sun City. Lots of ways to get there. Not a single track or single road leading to it. No reason for congestion. Even during the FIFA World Cup, there wasn't congestion. The only reason people couldn't get in the stadium is because of the blue lights that shut down the roads while we waited for arrogant asshat ANC politicians to show up from, banging prostitutes at the Sun City Resort before they got there. We were all trapped. But this party has no popularity. It is imploding faster than you can imagine. The infighting amongst itself, the idiotic comments of Gwede Mantashe that's insulted ANC youth, the constant dribble that comes out of the mouth of Ronald Lamola trying to stoke dissension and chaos and discord with the United States, when the United States isn't even complaining about the events with Iran having a warship in South African waters for a comical naval exercise between rogue states of Russia, war criminals, China, human rights abusers and communists, Iran, state sponsor of terrorism, and South Africa, with a government that's oppressing its minorities. The U.S. is not even saying anything about it. But the ANC continues to poke the wrong bears. Instead of addressing genuine service delivery concerns in advance of municipal elections, the ANC has celebrations which nobody shows up. History will remember Cyril Ramaphosa as the worst leader in the history of the African National Congress, a man who saw the collapse of this once proud liberation movement. That's how he'll be remembered. A man with anemic economic growth, well below the rate of inflation, massive expansion of unemployment, collapse of infrastructure, and racial politics. That's how he'll be remembered. That's it. The ANC has got nothing, and people know it. Nobody is showing up. Nobody wants to watch their nonsense and their garbage anymore. It's just embarrassing. Quite frankly, it's embarrassing, folks. This is the African National Congress in the 21st century. Pathetic. And nobody wants to be there.
I'd like to thank and greet members of the diplomatic corps who are here present,
As if anybody
our
wants to go to
traditional
this.
leaders, our religious leaders, and more
those empty
broadly, the
seats
people of
everywhere.
South Africa. Comrades and friends, we bring you warm revolutionary greetings as well as best wishes for the year from the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress.
We bring you warm revolutionary greetings. What revolution are you fighting? What? You've controlled the country for 31 years and you've utterly destroyed it. I think you're caught up in rhetoric that makes no sense. Well, folks, the ANC's had its 114th birthday party, and I guess this one probably didn't cost much. Maybe that's why they used the Moore-Lang Stadium, because it was dirt cheap. Just a training ground for the FIFA World Cup or the Confederations Cup. Never quite made it into the ranks of being a FIFA World Cup stadium like Royal Bafokeng did. A much better stadium located just west of Rustenburg and much easier to access. But the ANC has to resort to places where they think they have a lot of support. This is a Northwest province where the ANC gets massive voting support, like it does in Mpumalanga and Eastern Cape. And they couldn't draw flies. If ever the handwriting was on the wall, this is the event. When the ANC has a birthday party, regardless of how hot it is, regardless of how hard it is to get there, people come. But not anymore. And whose watch was this on? Cyril Ramaphosa's. You decide for yourself. What say you, South Africa? Mzansi. Cheers.